Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of First Person on PressProsMagazine.com, sponsored by the Buckeye Insurance Group in Piqua and the Coverman Dickerson Agency, representing the products of Buckeye Insurance here in Troy, Piqua, Covington, and now in St. Paris. From West Milton High School this week, or Milton Union High School to be more correct, with Tyler Brown. They're a 6 foot, 220-pound fullback. You guys are off to another great start. I want to congratulate you on that. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
No problem.
Tyler, I want to talk a little bit about Milton Union football from the standpoint of it amazes me, among others, how you guys over the last 5, 6, 7 years have lost such great talent in running back in your position, and yet to graduation, and yet you come back year after year after year. You win 6, 7, 8 games, and I'm talking about some serious talent. Tyler Wilson, Trevor Luckenbill, Mitch Evans, and a guy you played with for the last couple of years, Jake Finfrock, and yet here you guys are again 2-0, and it looks like you're going to have another great year. How do you do that?
Well, I mean, being a kid and watching Tyler Wilson, Trevor Luckenbill, Mitch Evans, it just inspires you, you know, and you know, playing with a great running back, Jake Finfrock, I mean, it was like living a dream. I mean, it's just something that you can't really explain it. You just have to be there to witness it.
It is part of the culture here in this community. I know football is a big deal, and it's been a big deal here forever. And you actually do. People sometimes hear that and they say, nah, yeah. But you grow up idolizing those kids playing in junior and senior in high school, even when you're in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, don't you?
Sir. Yes, sir. I mean, you know, like Coach Pierce said, you gotta give mad props to the line. I mean, they're always busting their butt to get the job done, and you know, like I love running behind them. You got Big Wes, he's junior and he's 295 pounds, and you have Jason Seiler, he's 225 pounds, a solid rock, and I mean the rest of the line is just huge too. I mean, you just gotta feel safe behind them and, you know, stick to your assignments.
I want to talk a little bit about the culture of football here, because I know Friday nights here are a big deal. I've been to a lot of games here in Memorial Stadium where we are this afternoon. It's exciting for the fans here. You go down here and you look in the end zones and they're 6 and 8 deep.
Yes.
People are sitting on the balconies across the way. They're watching the games. Tell us a little bit about Friday Night Lights and what that has meant to you. This is your senior year. You've lived for this for a long time. What's that mean to a football player?
I mean, it means everything in the world. You know, just looking up and seeing everybody. You know, I got my mom and dad that always sit in the same exact spot every time, and whenever I score, I look up at them and just realize like how lucky I am to be here. And it takes a special person to play, and I think everybody in West Milton realizes that, and they love to support us. I
want to tell you, high school football is special because of guys like Tyler Brown. We're going to come back and talk more about Milton Union football and the kind of season they're off to. Tyler's future here beyond high school a little bit, and we're going to do that right after these messages from the Coverman Dickerson Agency and Buckeye Insurance. Stay with us here on First Person.
The Coverman Dickerson Agency, with offices in Troy, Piqua, and Covington, is pleased to be the sponsoring Buckeye Insurance Group agent for this First Person interview. For farm, auto, and homeowner insurance, Coverman Dickerson is one of the area's fastest growing Buckeye providers, with a history of service and competitive rates. And we're also an outstanding source of coverage for families with young drivers. For farm, auto, and home policies, call the Coverman Dickerson Agency, proud to represent Buckeye Insurance Group.
Happy to welcome you back to our second part of First Person this week with Tyler Brown from Milton Union High School. Let's talk a little bit about the kind of start you've had. I know I talked to Coach Pierce. He talked about your offensive line. They're very impressive, those 5 guys up front. But he said something to me the other day that he says just as important as those 5 guys up front, we got some running backs, Tyler Brown amongst them. Chris Boggs, London's had a good year for you at quarterback. We got some guys back there who would just as soon knock somebody on their butt as run with the football themselves. They like to block as well as they like to run. Is that true?
Yes, sir. It is very true. Me and Chris are always talking about how, you know, I'll put myself on the line if you put yourself on the line. And when he's running the ball, all I can think about is how I would feel if I'm running the ball. You know, it's just something that us brothers have in common. So
it is part of the brotherhood of football.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you something that I noticed. I saw you guys a month ago in a scrimmage where you didn't play too well. I think it was at Covington, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Coaches talk a lot about senior leadership. You're a senior on this team along with 16, 17, 18 other boys. I noticed that after that particular scrimmage, you guys got together in a group. I'm talking coaches weren't involved. It was the players on that team. And it was the seniors doing the talking in that huddle.
Yes,
I couldn't hear specifically what you said, but I knew what you were saying was in dead earnest. Share with people what it means to be a senior leader, what you have to say, and when you have to say it.
Yeah, well, honestly, at the beginning, us 4 seniors were kind of shocked. You know, it's just our senior year, and we didn't really expect to be captains. So after that game, we kind of realized, you know, we
not
are
a game,
captains.
just a scrimmage,
just a scrimmage,
just a
a
practice.
scrimmage. Yeah. We just kind of realized we got to really step it up. I mean, none of us want our senior season to go down like that, and I mean, you just gotta talk amongst each other, and just let everybody know that you're here for business and not to screw around anymore. We got to get stuff done, and I think we can do it.
And the impressive thing, Tyler, those younger players on your team, they were listening now.
Yeah.
There wasn't any laughing, there wasn't any giggling. They were listening to
Yes,
you.
sir.
Talk a little bit about, I don't want to get too far ahead because this is the beginning of your senior year and you got a good year to enjoy, but some of the goals that you would like maybe to pursue after high school in Milton Union.
Oh, well, after high school, I really want to go and play for Toledo Rockets. You know, I mean,
if you're watching in Toledo, Coach.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I went to a football camp there, and I fell in love with it. Everything about it was just awesome. And you know, I want to go to college and study history, and then come out and be in the military. So.
Not unlike Jake Finfrock.
Yeah. Well, he went straight to the military. It takes a lot to do that, but I just want to get my degree so I can be an officer in the military.
I don't want to get off track, but I know you have to think about him all the time. I know you guys were close. He's in the Marines now, and from all accounts, being very successful and enjoying that. I know you're very proud of him.
Yes, I am very, very proud of him. You know, he's one amazing kid. He went to the Marines and beat his drill instructor in a 1.5-mile race and beat him. He's a squad leader of 90-some kids, and you know, it just amazes me. I knew he could do it, but I didn't know that he had that in him. He went to the gym every single day. Was so pumped up for the Marines, and I mean, words can't explain how much I love that kid.
And who's surprised, eh?
Yeah.
Who's surprised that Jake would do that?
Right.
I want to tell you what, I know you're proud of him, but you're the reason why a lot of people can be proud of the Milton Union Bulldogs this year. Kids like Tyler Brown are really what high school football is all about, and we're glad to feature you on Press Pros. Great to have you. That wraps up this edition, again brought to you by, and sponsored by, I should say, our presenting sponsor, the Buckeye Insurance Group, and the Coverman Dickerson Agency representing Buckeye here in Miami County and next door over in Champaign County as well. Join us again next time for another edition. For our guest and the sponsors, thanks for your support at PressProsMagazine.com. See you next time here on First Person.
If you are looking for quality insurance protection from a reliable company, sold by professionals, in communities like yours, that's what you'll get from Buckeye Insurance Group.
Buckeye Insurance Group, insuring the heartland.
To find your local Buckeye agent, visit buckeye-ins.com. Buckeye Insurance Group, insuring the heartland.
Insuring the heartland.